You're on.
Okay. Good. All right, so, cool. We're talking about that you were rationalizing what you were doing. You're rationalizing throwing away that book, and you're angry. So what we have to do, we have to resolve to accept frustration in order to achieve our goals. No goal is going to be worth accomplishing without frustration. So you have to pick something from that list that you have in your head of things that you gave up on. Pick something and start it and do it. Something easy. It doesn't have to be too hard. Something easy. Pick it, start doing it, and plug it away. Don't give in to that frustration. Don't close the door. Don't stand at the door. I talked about the 5 more minutes. And I will talk about there's 2 types of frustration in this category. There's 2 types of frustration. One is the easy kind. You know that you're doing something, and you know that it can be done. You know that if you run on a treadmill every other day for 4 weeks, that you're going to get in better shape, you're going to lose some weight, you're going to increase your cardiovascular ability. You know that. You know that if you study your book of Chinese for 2 months, that you're going to probably learn some Chinese. Maybe not how much, I don't know how much you're going to learn in 8 weeks, but you're going to learn. You know that it's possible. Why do kids who are like 6 years old, right, know that they can learn how to ride a bike, right? It seems impossible. For a 6-year-old to try something like that, it's kind of weird. Think about it. It's kind of dangerous, right? But we've seen other kids ride on bicycles, so we know it's possible. So we know that even if we keep falling down, we keep hurting ourselves, we're stretching our knees over and over and over again. I've seen someone else do it. If he can do it, I can do it. If he can do it, I can do it. Right? Now what about a unicycle? What if you had never ever seen somebody on a unicycle before in your life, and someone gave you a unicycle, and you try it, and you fall flat on your face, right? Probably after the first time you're like, this guy's just trying to play a joke on me. No one can ride this thing, this is stupid. And you take the thing and you throw it. Right? Because you don't think it's possible. It's not possible to accomplish this task. Right? But if you saw, 2 minutes later, you saw a guy who a clown on a unicycle, like, hey, that funny guy can go on the unicycle, I probably can't do it. I just gotta practice. So you get back on the unicycle, and even though you'll fall 30 times, you're gonna still keep doing it. Right? Because it's an easy task. And generally, we know that if we're doing something, we know that Hashem gives us the ability to do what we want. Obviously, I want to fly. Okay, no. You have to defy physics. But, we know that Hashem, we can do what we want. It's realistic goals, we can do it. Now, what if so we talked about the unicycle, about a task that you think is impossible to do. Very, very difficult frustration to conquer. Because why would you keep doing something if you think it's impossible to do? You pretty much almost never will. So you have to be able to say, I can do it. Let's say you want to start a business. And you're like, this is just ridiculous. How on earth am I going to do this? And you just graduated from college. You're like, how on earth am I going to do this? And you look around your street, and you see guys that don't even have education, who couldn't read, who grew up in terrible communities, are opening up successful shops, and they're making money. Hey, if that guy can do it, I can probably do it too. Get your motivation from seeing other people doing things like you. You see the most successful businessmen in the world. They try and they fail over and over and over and over and over again. But they succeed in the end. So they keep trying and they know that they can succeed. They know it's possible. So you have to keep that in mind, that it is possible. Is that treadmill going to work? Yeah, it's going to work. You just got to get on it. Get on that treadmill. You have to love frustration. And this is very important, is that you have to really love frustration. And you all do. All of you do. I can tell you why.
Yeah.
You love frustration. You want to know why?
Why?
It
helps you grow.
You've even paid for a box of frustration. You guys all paid. Maybe your parents paid for it. But essentially, you guys have all paid for a box of frustration. You go into the store, hand a guy $20, get this nice box of frustration by Parker Brothers or whoever, right? And you come home, you open this 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle, right? It's a box of frustration. Like, is that the left side of the cloud or the right side of the cloud? I don't know. Is it the left side of the tree? Is it the bottom? I don't know. It's like a ridiculous thing, but you're excited to do it. You're excited for the challenge, right? You pay for it.
Video games.
What?
Video games.
Yeah, video games too. I'll get to that. So you have this jigsaw puzzle. You have this jigsaw puzzle, and what happens? You open it, and you see that there's big numbers on every jigsaw, on every piece. 1, 2, 3. What the heck? I wanted a challenge. Now I can just set it up like that? What happened, Parker Brothers? I wanted a challenge. It's numbered for me? That's ridiculous. Where's the frustration? So we really enjoy frustration. And so what are you doing when you're building a jigsaw puzzle? Right? What do you want? Do you want the picture? No, you don't want the picture. Yeah, some of the pictures are nice. You don't get you want a picture of clouds and trees, you can go on Google and print it out on your computer. You know, you don't need a puzzle and spend hours doing it. You know, and also, what's more rewarding? Putting together a 250-piece puzzle or a 10,000-piece puzzle? If you're into the feeling of a 10,000-piece puzzle, a 50,000-piece puzzle, have you seen those giant puzzles? If you're into the reward you feel after you do that, we know that the more frustration that we have while doing something, the greater the reward. We want frustration in our life, but for some reason when we encounter it, because we're not expecting it, because we don't expect it, we have to expect frustration at every turn, but you have to enjoy it. Enjoy the frustration, enjoy the challenge. You have to treat life as a jigsaw puzzle. And like I said, you know, the 100-piece puzzle versus a 10,000-piece. If you have the more struggle you have, you know you're going to be happier later. Don't live in the now. I'm frustrated now. I'm angry now. But you're going to feel better. I don't care. I'm angry now. I'm angry now. Don't think about the now. Think about the future. Think about how good you're going to feel later. I remember when I was a freshman in high school, I tried out for the tennis team, and I didn't make it. I wasn't very good. I didn't make it. The guys on the team were pretty good. And I was like, oh man, so what did I do? Did I say, no, forget it. Tennis stinks, right? You know, you can rationalize it. Tennis doesn't stink. You don't think tennis stinks. You liked it. That's why you tried out for the team.
You tried it for the ping pong team.
Ping pong team?
Yeah, it's like tennis.
That's like tennis. Ping pong team, table tennis. Table tennis, yeah. We never ping pong team, we had a ping pong club. The Asians always beat me. So, I didn't make the tennis team. So what did I do? I could have said, tennis stinks. I hate the sport. That would just be lying, right? Because I tried out for the team because I enjoyed tennis, right? So that would just be lying to myself. So what's the truth? I enjoy tennis. And I want to be on the team. What's the truth? I want to be better, right? So what did I do? The next summer, every single day I went and practiced my serve. I played constantly in the summer. You know, I remember my mom, my friends would tell you that I was there all the time. And the next year, I went and tried out, and I actually did make it. I got the very last spot on the team. Yeah. That was not steroids. So I barely made the team, by the way. Barely. Just barely. But it was because I didn't give in to frustration. I enjoyed it. And I'll tell you how good it felt. I went home that day and I was like, Mom, I made the team. After working for a year on my test, I made the team. You gotta love frustration. It's what makes us, you know, it's where accomplishment comes from. Nothing worth doing is not, like, you know, nothing's worth doing if there's no frustration involved, there's no challenge in the way. I used it into our tour the other week about football. If you take a football and you walk from one end zone to the other, and then you say, touchdown, and people are looking around at you like, and what did you do? You walk from one end of the field to the other. Let's say I got the ball, and I've got 11 guys in front of me, average weight of 240 pounds. And I run past all of them, and they're all trying to tackle me, and they're trying to steal the ball, and they're all trying to get at me. I run past all of them, and I got 50,000 people watching, touchdown! And the whole stadium's cheering. What's the difference? The challenge! 11 people in front of you, the other time you just walked. Right? You did the same thing. You went from one end zone to the other, you did the exact same thing. But it was a challenge. The frustration, you know, doing the frustration is what's going to get you far in life. And it's said that, I want a really good way to practice frustration, you can do it right now, starting now or starting when you get out of class, is try not scratching your nose for 1 hour. Don't scratch your nose for 1 hour. I dare you. I dare you. I did it when I was writing my outline. I tried doing it, like literally like a minute later, I went like, I want to do it right now too. You know, you start thinking about it, and then all of a sudden, magically, your nose just starts itching like crazy. And at 15 minutes, you're gonna start like, you know, you want to do it. If you can do that for an hour, you can deal with learning Chinese. You can deal with jumping on the treadmill. You can deal with that constant frustration. Learn to be one with frustration. Don't let it be something that deters you. Don't let it be something that pulls you back. It should be something that should be with you. It should be with you every day that you go somewhere, every day that you're driving the car, every day that you're going to school or you're going tomorrow, learning about anything. Be with the frustration. Let it join you. Enjoy it. And know that you're going to get more reward later from it. There's a pasuk that says that a righteous man falls down 7 times and gets up each time. Evil man just falls down once. The righteous man gets up 7 times. He falls and he gets up. He falls. You could call him a loser because he keeps falling, right? Well, you keep failing. You're a loser. That's what we know about all the greatest people, is that they failed, they failed, they failed. They finally succeeded because they kept trying. They didn't give in to frustration. Don't give in to frustration. Don't be the evil person. When you give in to frustration, that's it. You know, you're not accomplishing anything. You gain time. What do you do with that time? Nothing. You do nothing with that time. You gain nothing from giving into frustration. You only prevent yourself from being a better person in the future. You prevent yourself from doing a positive task, from doing something that you think is difficult in the future, from a challenge. You're not going to do a challenge in the future to keep giving into frustration. So, we're pretty much done here. Definitely want you guys to, remember, pick that one thing that you guys have on your list, a thing that you gave up on, that you quit, and try and do that again, something easy. And also the not scratching your nose for an hour. That's very difficult. Thank you guys for coming. We appreciate it.
Aish HaTorah production.
Thanks.
Directed by...
Não esqueça, não!